Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Wow.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you, and very welcome to this meeting, the first larger Oriflame Global meeting of 2018. And you're all very, very welcome. Right now, it is morning in Mexico, 8 o'clock in the morning, and I know that many people have gathered in order to be able to be at this meeting. It's 3 o'clock here in Stockholm, and the whole office here, please, the office, make yourself heard so everyone can hear and see you around the world. It is afternoon, it's 5 o'clock in Moscow, and it is 9 o'clock in Indonesia, in Jakarta. So the whole world is really watching this event, and it's also a sign what Oriflame is to a large extent about. We are really a global community of many people from many different countries, many religions, many cultures, and many languages. But we're gathered in Oriflame, and we're all here united. Oriflame for many, we are a lot of people now watching this event. And it's not only leaders and consultants and employees. We know there are many people connecting to this event because this is actually live on Facebook. And this is, of course, connecting the whole world in a new fashion. And normally this meeting would be held at the Diamond Conference. But now, since the Diamond Conference will be held later, we are actually having this today here in Stockholm. We are now gathering here to celebrate people, but it's important to remember that Oriflame is really a global community, as I said. Oriflame is a company which really engages people around the world. We'll be speaking about some people today, but it's important that we remember the more than 3 million consultants around the world who, during the last 50 years, been engaging with Oriflame by using some incredibly good cosmetics and beauty products, but also by using and exploiting the business opportunity that Oriflame offers so many people. It actually has really made a difference in so many people's lives around the globe. And in many, many cases, Oriflame has really been a truly life-changing experience. And as our mission is, we're here to help people fulfill their dreams. Regardless of where you are, who you are. In Oriflame, everything is possible. And that's what we are celebrating here today with everyone around the world. But why today? Why are we here? Jesper?
Yeah, Magnus, we're here today because we are going to recognize the Global Leadership Council qualifiers. And it's really a tremendous excitement all around the world who will be in the Global Leadership Council for 2018. Because it's really extraordinary competition, engagement, and following the results month after month to qualify for this very special council in Oriflame. And it's really the top achievers of the 3 million consultants around the world who are in this council. And we have some extraordinary achievements, growth, and results this year. And now, Magnus, the question is, why do we have a Global Leadership Council?
That's a very important question because it's, as we've talked about many times in meetings, why do we do things is very important for everyone to ask. Why am I doing this? Why do we have the Global Leadership Council? Well, actually, the Global Leadership Council is a symbol of actually what makes Oriflame truly unique. It is not about a company where individuals just do their thing. Oriflame is, as I said, about a global community where we together makes the changes, where we openly discuss and where we challenge each other to be the very best we can. And the Global Leadership Council is a symbol of that. Because in every country, in almost every city, in every village, we actually do have regular meetings between management, between leaders, and leaders with other leaders in order for us to learn and to develop and challenge each other. And during the last 15 years, this has become more and more evident that this is what is really unique about Oriflame. Our ability to listen, to challenge ourselves, and actually to use the knowledge from everyone in order for us to drive ourselves forward. And you could say that this is also the reason why we have been able to turn the corner during 2017, where we really can talk about the strategy is really working. Well, the strategy is working because people believe in it. And they believe in it because they've been part of developing it. So the Global Leadership Council is actually a lot more than just recognition. It is the vehicle where we in the global management is able to actually interact with leaders around the world, get their input, define who we are, what we're doing, and why we're doing it, so that we can actually have a strategy that works for the people who are actually implementing it every day. That's why we have the Global Leadership Council. So it's very, very important part of the Oriflame DNA. It is really about togetherness, spirit, and passion. So, I want to be part of the Global Leadership Council as a leader. Why? Because I would like to impact. I want to have my voice heard. But what do I get? What are the benefits if I'm part of this small but very exclusive group?
Yeah, there are many exciting benefits to be a part of the council, because you actually get a lot of recognition, of course, to be among the top in the very successful company like Oriflame. You are an ambassador of Oriflame, traveling around the world, representing at very big events Oriflame. You have special privileges when you go to our global conferences with the best room, and you get an own driver. You also participate in events like in Stockholm. You travel once per year. We also have other recognition in terms of that we actually have a bonus for the Global Leadership Council that could be up to $1 million if the company is growing, that the Leadership Council are sharing together. So there are many, many great things by being a member of the Global Leadership Council. And now, Magnus, but how do I qualify?
Very important part. And first of all, you could say that finding who is supposed to be part of the Global Leadership Council is not easy. Because we all know that the world is actually very large. The world is also, to a large extent, as I always say, we have more similarities than differences, but there are differences. There are differences in macroeconomic situations. There are differences in legal environments. There are differences in culture. There are differences in maturity of the market, etc., etc. So it's very, very difficult to actually choose how to actually be part of the Global Leadership Council. So we have worked out measurements for how to compare, how to do ranking between the various achievements around the world. And those measurements is actually for the whole world similar. But we have actually during the last year made a change, which we haven't had in the past. And that is actually that we have recognized the fact that when we look at our Chinese business, which is growing, it is also very different from what we do in the rest of the world. Primarily due to legislation that the Chinese business is actually legally very different. And therefore, if we're really honest and fair, it is almost not feasible to compare the achievements that we do in China on an individual leader level with what we do in other parts of the world. So actually, from 2018 onwards, we'll have one criteria for those in China. They will have, according to their own plan, according to their own legislation, they will have qualifying rules. So they can also participate, because we also want their input onto our global business and how we can improve their business. And then we have more other rules for the rest of the world. The rest of the world, and for those of you listening in, of course, we have the success plan, which is the final remuneration plan for Oriflame. And here we have a way of measuring and comparing everyone around the world according to the number of groups that I'm actually gathering. And the number of groups are defined, of course, from the amount of beauty products that group of people are selling. So in order for you to be able to qualify for the Global Leadership Council, we measure how many groups do you have below yourself as a leader. And then if you have the same amount, and here you should remember that if I become a president, for example, which is very hard, I have 24 people in with who's actually qualified as a director, which is a very huge achievement on its own. So becoming a president is very, 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 very challenging. But we do have those who have done these extraordinary. You will meet some of those today. And if I have become an executive, I have at least 12 in with. If I am a diamond, I have at least 6 in with, and then sapphire and gold and director, of course, you have fewer and fewer. And if we then compare and you have the same amount of groups over the year per calendar, per month, then we also look at how many diamonds do I have in my group. So we're looking at 2 measurements. One is the number of people I have directly below me, but also then how many diamonds do I have in my network. If you want to know more, please talk to your manager. And for those of you in Stockholm, you can come to talk to me or to Jesper, and we'll try to explain how this works and how we compare. But the main important thing here this year is that we're having one comparison between the ones who are working in China, and then we have another measurement for the rest of the world, so that everyone has a fair chance and comparable measurements to compete. So it's time to start thinking about who is to qualify. But before we do that, actually this is the first event of the year, and it's a truly global event. It is a virtual event, and we thought that it's very, very good if this event also have the opportunity to meet our chairman, Alexander of Jokknick. So please welcome Alexander of Jokknick to the stage.
Hello, Oriflame Stockholm and Oriflame around the world. And as we are now kicking off 2018, I want to take this opportunity on behalf of the board, the founders, and myself to say thank you for a great anniversary year. Last year, as we all know, was an important historical milestone for Oriflame. And the fact that we could celebrate our 50-year anniversary as a financially strong company, successful in all corners of the world, and with a very clear and strong strategy for the future, makes us all proud. And even more important, it makes us confident about the future. And I know, we all know, it doesn't come without hard work and great commitment. And therefore, I just want to say to all Oriflame staff around the world, thank you for your hard work and your commitment to Oriflame. And of course, I want to say the same to all the network leaders, our partners around the world. Thank you for your hard work and commitment to Oriflame. And today, of course, also to the Global Leadership Council. Thank you for being our partner during this year. Together, we created this success. And now we are eager and happy to kick off the next 50 years. And therefore, I hand it back to Magnus and Jesper.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you, Alexander, and let's give Alexander once again a warm hand for the support that Oriflame has really got from not only Alexander, but also, of course, from Robert and Jonas, and from the whole family of Jokknick. So please give them, once again, a very warm hand. So, who is in the Global Leadership Council 2018? Well, this year it has been a very dramatic year in the sense that there has been great success. As Alexander said, we've seen growth around the world in all corners, and this has obviously also impacted our leaders. And they have all been doing a fantastic job. And we have seen many, many people been growing around the world, achieving new titles and really lift themselves to new horizons. So I would like us to start by giving a very warm hand to all the leaders around the world who are really driving to qualify. Give them a very warm hand. And as we're doing it today, and normally we would do this as a Diamond Conference, I would like everyone to know that the release of the top 100 global ranking, which we always do, will this year be released at February 1st. You will get it around the world from your management in your local countries. But now we're going to speak about the Global Leadership Council. And as I said, it is actually a group which is separately qualified, which are the Chinese, and we'll congratulate them separately. And we also have, of course, the world qualifiers. So now we'll start with the world qualifiers. And here we have actually had also a lot of drama during 2017, which you will see with many new people. And we actually have even a challenge on the number one spot. For the first time in all these years, there has been challenges. All right? Are you ready?
Yes.
Are you ready?
Yes.
So, may we have the first envelope to announce the number one consultant of the Oriflame world. Number one in the Oriflame world has been with Oriflame for more than 22 years. Their success is world known and has rendered incredible recognition. And it has actually rendered such recognition that they have actually been part of not only receiving the first ever $1 million cash award, but also been given an audience with the Queen of Sweden. Once again, the number one leader of the world is Snezhana and Vladimir Polozhaya from Russia.
And now it's time for number two. Are you ready for number two?
Yes!
Fantastic. Thank you. Very exciting. And this is to a couple that really has as a mission in life really to help others. And they really decided to start to work very hard with Oriflame 10 years ago at our 40th anniversary conference, where they said that we really have a big opportunity to help even more people by inviting them to Oriflame, and they also decided to be the number one as a vision for the future in their country, but even globally. And they are doing fantastic results in a very competitive environment, and actually they were actually the second leader in the world to close a gold president title that was closed now in 2017. And that's an extraordinary achievement. And as Magnus said, has been challenging the number one position during the year. So please give a warm hand from Mexico, Yuli and Ramon Corral.
to the third spot, the bronze medal of this year. And may I have the envelope number 3? Once again, someone who has done an incredible career with Oriflame and actually been in the global top 15 since 2008. And she is a really strong ambassador for Sarpio, and is clearly someone who's been growing in the ranks of Oriflame. And she has seen that her goal has been that all her directors can once in a time become diamonds. And she has had incredible success during 2017. From Turkey, Özgül Jingil.
Now we continue with place number 4. May I have the envelope? Thank you. Number 4. And this goes to a leader who's been with Oriflame for 20 years. And actually she started in 1998 by a coincidence, because she needed to buy an eye pencil and she couldn't find one, but she heard about a consultant living on the other side of the street, so she went there and she got her eye pencil, and then boop-a-li-bop, she became a consultant and now also a super successful leader in Oriflame. Before she joined Oriflame, she was actually a departmental head in the airline company. And then now she works obviously full-time with Oriflame. And she has actually one of her success factors. She always talks about the importance to develop, listen, be close to the people, and be the center of positive energy. And she is the #1 in our African region, from Egypt, Rabia Afifi. Please give her a warm hand.
Number 5, may we have the envelope? Thank you. And the number 5 consultants in the Global Leadership Council is actually a couple, where he used to be a deputy manager for a public sector company with more than 22,000 employees. And his wife, who started first being a housewife when the kids were small, then ran her own retail outlet, and then they chose to start with Oriflame. And they have been 7 years in the global top 15, and they are the first presidents that Oriflame has ever had in Asia. And this year, just a couple of weeks ago, they closed the title of Senior President Director, who we are going to congratulate on Friday. And we're now congratulating from India, Kamini and Pianja.
Number 6. Thank you. This goes to a fantastic lady. Actually, she worked before in a very successful retail company as a manager. She is an extremely determined person with a very strong can-do attitude. and she makes quick decisions, and she push people to and motivate people to do that extraordinary, to do more than they think is possible. And actually, right now, she has just opened the qualification for a president title, and she has, in just 6 years, from a newcomer in Oriflame, has become #1 in her country. And it's a huge country. We talk from Indonesia. Please give a warm hand and congratulate Bonita Bermana.
So, then we've come to almost half, number 7, in the Global Leadership Council 2018. And once again, we have a couple. And also once again, very impressive careers prior to Oriflame. Being a graduate from one of the best universities of her home country. Worked many years in the mining industry, before realizing that she wanted to work more for herself. And together with her husband, they've created their own personal business with Oriflame and really have had tremendous success. During 2017, they have closed the Diamond Executive Director title. So this is a couple who is on the move and climbing the ladder of success. And they are now in open qualification for actually becoming president. And they are also from Indonesia. It's Dian Endriana and Dwi Satria Nurmansha.
And number 8. Number 8. This is Sapphire Executive Director in Oriflame, who's been with Oriflame for 25 years. Before she joined Oriflame, she was working as an accountant. She has an extraordinary knowledge in our products and drives in her network a very strong product culture. And she's also focusing a lot on the young generation, with a lot of young, motivated, energetic consultants and leaders in her structure. And she has a clear goal to become a president director in Oriflame in 2019, and she is well on her way. Please put your hands together and congratulate from Turkey, Öztengül Eski.
Then we're moving to number 9, and may we have the envelope. Thank you. Number 9 is also a couple, to a large extent symbolizing the new Oriflame, very active in the online business, very active in the sense they've also made tremendous growth. They've actually only been in Oriflame for 6 years, which is very difficult to become a member of the Global Leadership Council in such a short period of time. Clearly, a couple who is on the move, who is doing tremendous growth, who is inviting a lot of not only people, but actually also developing very strong leaders below them. And during 2017, they have also closed a new title, They have become several executive directors, and they are also from one of the most successful Oriflame countries around the world. They are from Indonesia. Number 9, Julia Riani e Andri Vibovo.
And now time for number 10. Very exciting. And on the 10th place, we have a very successful lady who actually joined Oriflame in 1998. Also 20 years with Oriflame. And she actually changed her life from being a mathematics teacher in secondary school to be really the first lady in the Oriflame country where she works. She has really been working very hard to develop a very big structure, a very successful business in her country. And she talks a lot about the values in Oriflame, the togetherness, the spirit and the passion that is so unique and extraordinarily good for us, leading us the way forward. And she is the top number one leader in her country. I talk from Morocco, Sahia Solami.
So now we've come to number 11 in the global ranking and the membership of the Global Leadership Council. And number 11 is someone who's been more than 20 years with Oriflame. Also one of those who've changed professions. She was a nurse before joining Oriflame and before Oriflame becoming a full-time employment. She's very well known for her very solid training system, structure, how she works, which is a great example for her people around her. And she is also very well known for being the center of positive energy, creating motivation and positive feelings about being in Oriflame. She has also done very well in 2017. She has closed Diamond Executive title, and she's also from a very successful Oriflame country. She is from Turkey, and she's a Diamond Executive Director, and it's 11, Emine Sarac.
And now it's time for number 12. Thank you. Wow. This is very exciting because we have here a couple who has been with Oriflame for 14 years. They have 4 kids, 2 daughters and 2 sons. They focus very much on wellness in Oriflame and have a great success with that. And they use also online very much to recruit and invite people to Oriflame. And actually, they are now in an open qualification for 3 titles at the same time. And then you need to grow very, very fast, I can promise you that, for Diamond Executive President and Senior President. So, very extraordinary. Diamond Executive President and Senior President. That is the titles they are in qualification for. And they are in a country that has never actually had a representation in the Global Leadership Council. It's the first time. and it's the first time obviously for them. And they are one of the fastest growing leaders in the whole Oriflame world. And we talk about from Vietnam. Please give a warm hand to Nguyen Hai and Chao Yen. Since this is so special, we really would like to try to connect all the way here from Stockholm to Vietnam. So do we have a good connection? Very good. Fantastic. So congratulations, Nguyen Hai and Chao Yen in Vietnam. You have done a fantastic job, and we are so proud of you. So how do you feel? How do you feel?
Anh thấy như thế nào? Oh, today I'm very happy. Thank you Oriflame, thank you Magnus, and thank you Jesper. Recognition for me and for my wife in Vietnam. Today. With my strength list. Hôm nay tôi được vào top 15 thế giới là một cái niềm hạnh phúc cũng như là một cái niềm tự hào vô cùng to lớn cho tôi cũng như là đội nhóm của mình.
Being in the Global Leadership Council is a huge honor and is a big pride for myself and for my downline.
Điều đó đã chứng minh cho thế giới thấy rằng là Việt Nam chúng ta đã làm được một cái điều vô cùng phi thường.
It has proven to the world that Vietnam, we can do extraordinary things and we have made the impossible possible.
Chúng tôi đã biến điều không thể thành có thể.
Okay.
Rồi. Dịch rồi. Okay. Tôi được truyền cảm hứng nhiều hơn khi tôi được thấy rất là nhiều người thành công trong Oriflame, nhiều ứng viên tuyến dưới của mình thành công trong Oriflame, họ được nhận nhà, nhận xe và có cái nguồn thu nhập tốt.
I am a lot inspired when I see more and more people in Vietnam and from my downlines, they are getting free houses, free cars, and having big income, having a better life.
Và đó cũng là điều mà tôi cam kết sẽ tiếp tục phát triển để thị trường Oriflame Việt Nam ngày càng lớn mạnh hơn nữa trên thế giới.
And that even makes me more committed to grow even faster and bring Vietnam to a even higher level.
Oriflame!
Yes!
Absolutely fantastic to meet the people in person, even though we're so far away, we're still so close. Number 13. Thank you. Number 13 is also someone who is new in the Global Leadership Council. But she's not new to Oriflame, she's been with Oriflame for more than 10 years. She used to be working and managing her own retail store before joining. But in the life in Oriflame, and the independence that Oriflame provides was the reason, the driver for her to choose to engage more and more and now do Oriflame really full time. She is not only working with Oriflame herself, she is engaging closely with her family, relatives who are helping, supporting, motivating, challenging in order for her to continue to grow. Her motto is, we're at the right place. We are at Oriflame. And we today congratulate her for making it into the Global Leadership Council for the first time. From Turkey, Zeynep Soylu. Now we are leaving Vietnam and we're connecting from Stockholm to Turkey. And Mrs. Soylu, congratulations! How do you feel? How is it to be part of the Global Leadership Council?
Liderlik Konseyi'nin bir üyesi olarak ne hissediyorsun?
Çok mutluyum, çok heyecanlıyım. Aslında hayal etmek gerekiyormuş. Bunu gördüm. Gerçekten Oriflame'le hayal ettiğiniz her şeye kavuşuyorsunuz. Hayal ettim Top 15'i, Global Top 15'i hayal etmiştim. Ve hayalim gerçek oldu. Biraz daha erken oldu. Ben buna çok çok mutlu oldum tabii ki de. Bu başarımda tabii ki de öncelikle ekibime çok teşekkür ediyorum. Çok büyük bir ekibim var. Takımımın adı Zirvedekiler ve takımımla gurur duyuyorum. Bu başarı onların başarısı. Aynı zamanda Oriflame'in kurucuları, bize bu iş fırsatını sunan muhteşem insanlar, Robert ve Jonas Afyonik kardeşlere çok büyük, sonsuz teşekkür ediyorum. Milyonlarca insanın hayatını değiştirdiği için. Aileme, eşime, kızıma, oğluma hepsine çok teşekkür ediyorum. Desteklerinden dolayı ve Oriflame Türkiye müdürlerime, bölge müdürlerime hepsine çok teşekkür ediyorum. Doğru yerdeyiz, Oriflame'deyiz.
Hayır. I'm so happy because I work for the right company. I work for the right company that supports me and supports my business and my effort. That's why we are at the right place. We are at Oriflame. Special thanks to the founder of Oriflame, Robert and Jonas brothers. This is a teamwork, and this success comes from the work of my team. Many thanks to every person in my team. Also special thanks to my family, to my managers, my husband, my daughter, and my son. I love you, Oriflame Turkey.
Thank you.
Number 13, Zeynep Soylu from Turkey.
And the excitement is really building up even more because now we only have 2 left to qualify from the global qualifiers, and on the next place, number 14. We have also an incredible achievement. They are gold executive directors. It's a couple, and they have been with Oriflame for 13 years, and actually she started at the age of 18, right after graduating from the university, and she has always enjoyed life, but also working hard and played hard. And she works together with her husband, and monthly they started with less than 20 people in the Oriflame opportunity meetings, and now there are minimum at each of those meetings around 1,000 people participating. And they have a very solid system. They work both online but also in meeting people offline. They always keep communicating the simplicity of Oriflame. And they focus very much on approaching and talking to young leaders. And this is a couple that is also new to Global Leadership Council, and they are from Indonesia, and it's Nimari Sugiyati and Nyoman Suryanta. Please give them a warm hand. And now from Stockholm to Turkey, now from Stockholm all the way to Indonesia, which is very, very far away. Hello, Indonesia. And now, so a big congratulations from all of us here in Stockholm and from all the Oriflame leaders around the world. How excited are you about being a member of the Global Leadership Council? So a big congratulations from all of us here in Stockholm and from all the Oriflame leaders around the world. How excited are you about being a member of the Global Leadership Council?
Oriflame Global.
Big congratulations from all of us here in Stockholm and from all the Oriflame leaders around the world. How excited are you about being a member of the Global Leadership Council?
Oriflame Global.
Big congratulations
Thank
from
you,
all of us here
Oriflame.
in Stockholm and from all the Oriflame leaders around the world.
Fantastic. And now we've come to the 15th place, which is obviously the last qualifying of the global qualifiers. And number 15. Number 15 is also a new member of the Global Leadership Council. And the qualifier, she joined Oriflame in 2005. And in the beginning, her only intention was using the fantastic products herself, not to start distributing them. But after loving the products, she started telling others about it, and others start telling others. And suddenly, she was in Oriflame, and she really has become a very large leader, and with a lot of people in her network. And she has become a strong role model for her leaders, her structures, in overcoming various obstacles and always finding a way to drive her business forward. And she's really driving her business forward because she actually closed Gold Executive Director in 2017. And she is the first member from her country, because her country has never been represented before in the Global Leadership Council. And now we're congratulating for the first time a Global Leadership Council member from Armenia, number 15, Adrini Minasyan. it seems as we have connection with Yerevan in Armenia. And Adrine, congratulations. Very well done. We really would like to congratulate you and obviously hear about your success.
Thank you very much. Hi, Magnus. Hi, Jasper, and a big hi to Oriflame. Thank you very much. I'm very excited and I'm lucky to be here. It's incredible. The competition was tight and difficult, and no, I'm proud, and it's a huge honor to be here and being one of the world's top 15 members. A few years ago, I wouldn't even dream about being in the world's top 15 leaders, but today, I'm more and more motivated to keep working hard and moving forward. This is an amazing feeling. And this success, it's not only mine, but my team's and my country. Thank you very much. In 2018, I wish lots of success for everyone in Oriflame. Thank you. Thank you.
Congratulations. Congratulations, Adrine, and congratulations to all the global qualifiers. But as I said, we also have qualifiers from China. They have their own qualification rules and measurements, but it's also important to remember that we are going to congratulate the Chinese qualifiers in their Diamond Conference in Australia in just a couple of weeks. Unfortunately, they are not able to participate in this live broadcast on Facebook for well-known reasons. But nevertheless, I think it is important that we really recognize those qualifying also in China to be part of the Global Leadership Council. So, qualifying from China, we have three qualifiers. We have, if we can then see them, it is then Li Huirong, it is He Xiaoqing, and it is Lu Yue. Please give them a very, 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 very warm hand. They're all fantastic direct sellers who have had tremendous success in 2017, as of course Oriflame China in general has had, and it will be a tremendous asset to the Oriflame Global world to also be able to include our Chinese qualifiers in the Global Leadership Council meetings, which we will of course have. So let's take a look then at the Global Leadership Council of 2018, and let's congratulate once again the fantastic achievements for those around the world. Let's take a look. Here you can see the Global Leadership Council 2018, and I would like you to pay attention once again to the fact that Oriflame is really represented in the whole world. Here we see representatives from Latin America, from Europe, from Africa, and of course from Asia. We're truly today congratulating people in Mexico in the morning, and we're congratulating many people at a major event in Jakarta in the evening at 9 o'clock. It just once again shows the strength of Oriflame, the global footprint of Oriflame, and that many say that there are big differences around the world. but the bigger differences are more signified by the similarities that people share in Oriflame. Here today you've heard stories about people who have actually taken a step to make some major changes by themselves, with their husbands, with their wives, with their families, and they've really achieved something. So once again, let's give them a really strong, deep, warm hand for their achievement. Fantastic achievement. So, what is going to happen now? What is going to happen in 2018? Well, of course, I would like to say first that already tonight, as you could see in Jakarta, there are meetings. There are meetings everywhere, in every country, in every city, in every village around the world where Oriflame exists. There are meetings between leaders where they are joining to train each other, to meet each other, to motivate each other. But there are also meetings with the local Oriflame management and the company in order to learn, to discuss, to challenge each other. How can we become even better? And I think that's important. We recognize the fact that Oriflame is really a company which is about people. There is nothing without our people around the world. The Global Leadership Council obviously will meet. The first meetings will be held already in Tokyo, in the Diamond Conference. But as I said, there will be recognition starting already on Friday in India. Then it will go on in Indonesia, and then it will go on around the world. Because recognition is so important in the Oriflame world, because we know that one of the challenges that many leaders faces is, of course, the belief. All people once in a time doubt themselves and their ability to do this business. This business may be simple, but it's not easy. And therefore you need support. You need support for those people near you and far away from you. People who see what you do and recognize your effort. And therefore this meeting was to a large extent about the Oriflame culture, about the recognition, and most of all, about getting people to meet. Here in Stockholm, we are now soon towards the evening, but we are also going to meet the Global Leadership Council, because as we have every year, we have a meeting here in Stockholm in June this year between the 18th and the 21st, when actually the Global Leadership Council will meet to again discuss and challenge, but also to learn more about what's happening. It is also a time for the Global Leadership Council members to actually be able to also interact with our founders and with our chairman, Alexander of Joknik. So this is just one way to symbolize the togetherness, spirit, and passion that really makes Oriflame unique. So thank you for being in this meeting. A rather strange meeting for me and Jesper, recognizing basically no one. And still I felt that this meeting was as close to my heart as any other meeting. It is a new Oriflame with new opportunities to recognize each other. But the important thing is still the same: to see each other, to meet each other. And therefore this meeting was so important. We have met you wherever you are in the world, and we want you to know how much we recognize what you've done. So let's conclude this meeting with a very, very warm hand for our Global Leadership Council and for all our leaders around the world who really deserves all the recognition that you can get, because you really do a fantastic job. So, congratulations. Jesper?
Yeah!
Yes! Number one. Thank you.
Thank you.
Think I had a part to play. I used to let things bring